ELK World, Education, Life, Knowledge. It takes a lot of work to build a successful and profitable business. It depends on a lot of external factors that you have little to no control over at first, such as competition, timing, and demand. A solid business plan can help you run a successful company, assuming that all of these external factors work in your favor. When starting a business from scratch, keep the following 5 steps in mind. 1. Choose your industry. What do you market? It's not as simple to respond to this query as you might believe. For instance, Nike is in the business of selling sportswear, but in reality, when you purchase a pair of Nike shoes and a t-shirt at the mall, you're purchasing much more than just sportswear. You're purchasing an identity and an emotion. You are purchasing Nike products. Former Sharper Image CEO Richard Thalheimer, who also founded RichardsSolo.com, has more than 30 years of experience working in specialty retail. He has created one of the most potent brands in American history and, when asked what business he is in, will answer convenience or innovation before naming any specific industry. Remember that a product is not just the thing that it is. What distinguishes your product from those of your rivals is your brand. 2. Decide on a market. To whom are you marketing? Although equally crucial, this step requires a little less interpretation than the first. To whom are you marketing? Alternatively, what do you know about this person, in your opinion? The secret to success is knowing your customer. How do they behave? Where do they spend their time? What television shows do they watch? These are just a few of the inquiries about your customer that you ought to be able to respond to. When it comes to developing a marketing strategy, knowing the answers to these questions can help you with a lot of other questions as well. For the Sharper Image, Richard Thalheimer probably knew his audience as well as they knew themselves. According to Tracy Wan, who served as Thalheimer's president and chief operating officer, Richard has the amazing ability to figure out the things that people want to have, according to an article in the LA Times. Only by getting to know your customers as well as your neighbor will you be able to understand what they want. 3. Develop a marketing plan. How would you address them? Understanding your brand and your consumer has culminated in this. As was mentioned in point 2, knowing your customer can help you with a variety of marketing-related questions, including: where should you place your ads? What does your brand sound like? What kind of costs are acceptable for this group of people? Knowing where your advertisements will be seen, how to speak to them, and how much they will be able to spend are just a few of the many things you need to know in order to engage your consumer and ultimately sell them your product. Actually, this step should have been combined with the last because your marketing strategy is completely determined by who your market is. 4. Study from examples. Consult those who have experience doing it for advice. Professionals who have already launched their own businesses and been successful at doing so have written a lot of books. Richard Thalheimer is one that comes to mind right away because we've already mentioned him a few times. In creating your own Sharper Image, he tells the tale of how he built the Sharper Image from a small office supply business into the successful company it is today. Keep in mind that a successful business is built on more than just money. Your brand equity and your capacity for engaging your audience, both of which can only be attained by comprehending them, are equally valuable. Following these 4 steps will point you in the right direction, assuming there is a market for your product and you can compete with the other brands. Stay tuned for more updates.